Hey guys, remember when we got the police to do brutality on somebody? That aged well.
Oh man, look, I don't know what you're talking about. There's a lot of jokes from that series that we recorded early on in the Rona times that really just like a fine wine, like a fine.
You mean like a
wine.
fine milk?
Like an aged cheddar.
Like a fine milk. They curdled.
Yep.
I really enjoy episode 1 when we're like, yeah, when all this fear-mongering's gone and coronavirus is gone.
Yeah, when we were like, man, this is like just some bullshit. People are using it for whatever.
I never thought
no
that.
big deal.
That was you, motherfuckers.
No, you're correct. I did. I was like, there's a bunch of I was like, it's bad, but it's manipulated, and it is still also manipulated in all senses because everybody's got their angle, whatever.
You're right. It is fake. We should just go lick poles.
Well, no. But that's what I'm saying. Like, no. But like people.
No, Jonah,
taking
it's
advantage.
okay. You
Jonah,
think it's fake. It's
I agree
fine.
with you. You don't wear your mask when you go to Walmart. We all know this about you.
No, I wear my mask.
Joe, remember when you were worried that this wouldn't have the right energy, and like 2 seconds after hitting record, we started gaslighting Jonah about how he doesn't believe in coronavirus?
Jonah, I remember you specifically saying, drink detergent. It'll be fine.
Tide Pods, baby.
Eat the Tide Pods. They will cleanse you of the Rona.
I knew where his mind was going before he even got there.
Correct.
Because we're the same.
I've been very zen, though. So finding Pat is going to be,
Easy as hell.
I guess, easy as hell.
Because you've been zen, all of that black ichor that pumps through your veins
That's
is
true.
just like pooled in a nice little cesspool for Pat.
Huh, why is Bill Clinton in the news? Oh, oops.
Whoopsie.
Here we go.
Oopsie.
Just flip that switch.
Guys, future rip in peace to Ghislaine Maxwell. I just want to say
Future rip.
to
Gonna
when
get murked.
she accidentally commits suicide too.
As you do.
Oh my God.
See, no, but here's the thing. We're recording this now and it hasn't happened yet. By the time we release this, it will be a current rip.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, it's either, okay, to really dive in, like into the fucking deep end real quick, we can cut all this. I think the only reason she's in custody right now is because she made a deal, right?
And is not just dead already.
Or kept out on the fringes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if we accept, as Joe does with 100% certainty, that the CIA allegedly hired Jeffrey Epstein as like a sort of wrangler to try to gain information on like people by extorting them with videos of them doing illicit acts in his incredibly like well videotaped set up like Miami estate,
Right.
Or
And Sex Crimes Island.
Sex Crimes Island.
DLC.
We kind of
DLC, baby.
like they definitely knew where Ghislaine was like this whole time. She was just in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Like she was here, Yeah. And the reason why she's coming out of the cold, I can only assume, is there's some sort of deal been reached. Anyway, moving on. That'll all be cut.
So I had a question,
Please.
Jonah,
Yes.
because I had originally talked to you about in this time skip that we haven't gotten to yet. Again, you can cut this too. Potentially changing one of Chad's adjectives
Okay.
as time passes.
Okay. So yeah, for the listeners, what we're doing here,
Sorry.
this is going to be a sort of an episode 5.5 in between what season 1 and season 2 technically is. Establish stuff as we move forward in time for the thing that I've very loosely prepared for the future. I told the guys, a while back to think about stuff that they're doing moving forward and everything. So this is kind of what we're going to be doing in this episode, is setting the scene, setting the table for season 2 proper. What is your
that still kosher? Can I still do that?
to do to shift an adjective?
To shift one adjective. So right now he's a sporty, modern burgundy bear.
You don't want to be burgundy anymore, do you?
I do want to be burgundy still.
Sporty conservative. Burgundy. Are you going trad? You going trad wife on me?
No. What?
You gonna start wearing muumuus?
No.
Baking?
No. I think, and it will make more sense when we talk about maybe what happens in the interim.
Sure.
Or what Chad's goals have become. But I think through the end of it and realizing like what he could do and like how much of a team him and Pat were, and like Pat's drive jacket and his jacket that he worked on, and realizing like how much he loves like clothes, I think he's a fashionable modern burgundy bear.
He's moved away from the sporty aspect.
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever be gone. Right?
Right.
I think he loves his joggers. I think he loves his like
He's still very much in the athleisure, and he does want to retain sort of mastery of the Fitspo hashtag.
But
it has been subsumed by the fashion.
By the brand.
By the brand.
I see.
Yeah, does that make sense? Like, he's becoming a business.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's about having your own goop-style, vagina stone.
Yes.
Candle.
I thought there was
It might have a stone. We don't know.
There's a jade egg. You just pop it in there. I don't know why.
No, it's just Gwyneth Paltrow's actual kidney stone.
Oh my god. I think Pat is.
It's on sale at not at retail. There's a Goop
Target.
store in Nookington Mall.
It's a Target.
A Goop outlet.
There's a Goop outlet in Nookington Mall,
which has started opening up again, even with coronavirus and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they expect like the $8 an hour employees to like enforce mask laws in South Bend.
You simply must.
Yeah.
They don't care that you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're all like Jonah.
That.
They all just want to walk in there without their mask like Jonah does.
You can't do this to me.
I don't think there's a force on earth that could change Pat's adjectives. So.
No,
I just like based on where we ended up going.
Yeah.
I felt that had to change.
No, the only thing possible for Pat would be like a shift of like his score one, but no, he will always be normal natural gray.
Yeah, and I think he's good where he is on his score. I think 3's been working for him.
Yeah, my score will not change.
I'm a 3-wing too.
If I could go to 6, it would.
The only way to succeed at animal is to roll animal fashion.
Correct. I would literally shift to 6 if the game would let me. I don't care if Pat's hanging off the edge of a cliff and it's like, figure out how to make it a fashionable save. I'll take my jacket off and like tie it around my waist and hand him part of it.
Grab my ascot.
Yeah, fashionable.
Well, with that,
I'll fashionably call for help.
You TikTok for help.
Yeah. Guys, we need help immediately. I don't know anything about TikTok, so I'm going to feel really dumb. Cluck, cluck.
You put it on your Instapod story, but you use one of the filters that's definitely like, gathering all of your facial data.
Right.
It's just black and white.
100%. That's going straight to Bill Gates. He's a duck. He's got a bill.
Yep. There. Just like that. Just like that. We didn't even have to do half the work that we did with Ed Swan.
Go ahead.
Wow, damn. I thought this was a...
Nope, we're being combative, baby.
Not us, though.
That's true, never.
Okay, cool.
Fuck you.
Shit, there was that one episode where it all turned out.
It was like, what, Andrew?
But it was just mean to me.
So, let us dive in. Before we get into super time skip, we are at the beach.
Oh my god! Somebody help! And I try to do CPR.
What's happening?
This man is sick. This man is very ill. That's right. We're talking about Mr. Mimes. No. And I think Pat is going to try to provide first aid for this unconscious bird at his feet.
Okay. So as you flip Gulliver over and go to provide CPR, go ahead, roll 2 animal. I'll give you the extra one because I think this spork comes over and helps you, having plenty of first aid sort of training.
Yes. 3-3. Double animal fashion. It begins, Jonah. It begins. You can't stop me. Real human being. And a real hero. Real human being. And a real hero. That's 2 luck points.
That puts you at what, 6?
6.
We said the max was 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Man.
So that's what this is gonna be. This is what season 2 is gonna be. Tell me about how you expertly, with the aid of Spork, should you choose to use it, provide CPR to this bird.
Time out, because I'm a little scared.
Please.
We're technically not in season 2.
Right.
And if you remember the finale, we had just godforsaken rolls, like a truly unholy amount of success.
We were dead.
A dark Faustian bargain was made.
And here we are.
Picking up where we left off in season 1, basically.
We're still technically this is like
that
the
night,
teaser
right?
end of season 1.
This immediately happens. This is kind of terrifying. Anywho.
I am frightened.
Look, one of the things that Pat has done in his recent years is read The Secret, and only now is it beginning to make sense. I give textbook perfect CPR to Gulliver. Like, staying alive, ha, ha, Gary's Midi Paradise, staying alive.
It's just like the scene from The Office, which you watched as part of your studies.
Right, I have to research what people like.
Yep. And The Office, particularly that scene, is one of those things.
Right.
So Patty is very familiar with CPR. I will say, as you roll Gulliver over and go to provide this aid, this CPR, with the assistance of Spork, you do note, in addition to him being semi-drowned, washed up, you do get a little bit of like breath at first. You do note that there is also a gunshot wound.
This is Jason Bourne. He was trying to assassinate Scoot on Jeffrey Epstein's island. I don't say any of this. Without even really processing or talking about it, he just rips off I think he rips off his cardigan and begins to tie it around this gunshot wound, just trying to keep pressure on it.
Yeah, and as you do it, as some water spurgles out of the beak of Gulliver, you just, as he slowly begins to come somewhat to consciousness, just with eyes still closed, you just hear, "Hey, Captain. Scoot, no!" And like jolts to consciousness.
What's up? I also want to have been insta-pausing this entire account of my best friend saving this life, with me also in the shot.
It's okay. Don't say anything. We're gonna help you.
And with that, we fade on the beach.
I was staring daggers at Jonah.
Shut up. I'll kill you.
I also...
Don't you fucking say anything.
I'll stick my finger in your gunshot hole.
Peeked so hard, and I don't care. It's fine.
That'll be fun.
So, is there anything particular that you want to, since with your animal fashion success with that sort of resuscitation, I mean, I think that he does have to go to a hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that's next to the Nookington Mall.
Yeah.
The animal hospital.
Yeah.
Veterinarian's hospital. The story of a quack who's gone to the dogs.
The animal hospital.
Yeah.
There's the hospital?
The animal hospital.
The animal hospital.
The animal hospital.
The vet.
I'm gonna take him to the veterinarian. And thank you.
It's just the doctor's just a dog who makes awful puns constantly.
I have no immediate urge to interview Gulliver, so I absolutely will take him to the paramedics or whoever. I'm gonna keep him steady and stable there until somebody can. I assume the other birds can like airlift him out on a cot.
Ambulances.
I think that
Pelicans.
Isabel probably calls like the police or whoever is closest nearby.
Copper's there.
Well, Copper left already, so she calls the station.
I thought that was happening as we. Okay. Oh no.
Yeah, he was like just out of earshot.
Yeah, I'll let her call Booker. I ain't not doing it.
So
hey,
she
don't
calls
call
Booker.
the police in medical situations. You really don't want them there.
She's like, why wouldn't I? But they're here to help.
Ha 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 ha.
Don't change your views on Pat. You know who Pat is.
Oh no, Pat said fuck the police, remember?
Okay.
Pat, look.
Pat's a
the
many
most
things.
terrifying thing within the system is the person who knows to harness the system. Not fight the system.
But to use it for their benefit.
Pervert it to their own grim ends.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Which is, I think, what we're doing. Yeah, as for like spelling...
Or she calls the paramedics, but Booker also just shows up.
Yeah,
but he's
thanks.
like, we're here to help. And he just stares directly at Chad.
I'm nowhere
know
near
Andrew hates
this
him.
dog.
I love Chad's antipathy for Booker.
Don't like Booker.
But so they take Gulliver off to the hospital.
He's a breathing condition, and it makes me feel like I could die. So
Yeah.
I kind of hate him for it.
It's a grim reminder of our own mortality.
I don't like him.
Yeah. I'll never die.
Man, I sure hope that nothing would ever happen that would cause him to, have any sort of, illness that
have to
would
wear a mask.
increase his sort of breathing problem situation.
He is at risk. Fingers crossed.
I mean, the coronavirus is at least, like a year away?
I'm pretty sure it's all made up. God told me it's all made up.
Smash cut, Walking Dead intro. And it's Gulliver wandering through an empty hospital.
And that's just the show now. Forget what I had planned. It's just...
That was too fucking perfect.
There's the doors that say, "Don't Rona, open inside."
Imagining the
stupid fucking color being like. I do want to add, he got shot in the same place Rick got shot.
Oh my god.
He has a matching gun wound.
Oh my god.
Does that mean can I Shane him and visit him in the hospital with flowers? Then he will find and then be fucking his wife.
Oh,
like
Chad.
within a week, if I recall. There's
Very
a
quickly.
quick turnaround.
It was like we were pretty sure. I told you that he died
I
like
was in
2
a coma
days
for like
ago.
a year.
I mean, it was like a month.
He was in a coma for a month.
It was not that long.
Even that is like crazy town.
Well, like here's the whatever it was not very long.
Yeah.
Like that.
I always imagined it
he
was
got
way
shot. He
longer.
went in the coma.
48
Everything went to
hours.
shit within pretty quick.
Yeah.
It
He
was
just happened to be in that good room in the hospital.
Right.
It was
The
not
one
that
room
long.
that didn't get fucked up.
Walking Dead chat aside, I don't think Pat.
I do really want that art of Gulliver in the hospital.
Well, this is where the timeline splits, right?
Yeah.
This is where it's either the dumb bad timeline, ours, or the cool apocalyptic timeline, which is also becomes dumb and bad after 2 seasons.
Can you
Walking
imagine
Dead.
Chad
I think
Pat
3
in the
seasons.
apocalypse? We would be the people that had like a pit of zombies that we released on others.
Can
Guys-
Joe get real for a second?
Please.
We're living in the apocalypse. It's just different time scales.
It's true.
It's not gonna happen overnight until it happens overnight.
Oh my god.
Well,
We're-
now
we're-
that everyone that's listening is thoroughly terrified.
Now we have to run like an alternate timeline. Not,
It'll be a
not
one-shot.
technically season 3,
Well,
but yes.
we'll release it with something else for a Halloween episode.
Do you guys like my bandolier?
my fashionable bandolier.
My fashionable bandolier.
I shoot it with fashion.
It looks really good. With
Oh my
little
God.
bare jowls.
We have Becky Farrell on like a leash.
Timmy and Tommy have their lower jaws cut off and are on chains that we walk around with.
I love that we're instantly in like Mad Max zone. We're not the good guys.
No,
we're the
no.
warlords.
Yes! That's what I meant when I was like, we totally would be the ones. We would be the governors
Well,
that have
'cause
like a tank and a pit full of zombies that like, if anyone crosses us, we're like, yeah, just release, like, put all these zombies in a truck and like drive it into their jail.
And just drop the truck off.
Wow. Wait, when you come to think of it,
Oh my god.
like most people in power are just kind of waiting for the end to assume the position of the governor.
I mean,
This is my fiefdom, my Google campus with moats around it.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Well, we're back to the Icker boys. We
Yeah.
got that deep dark coming out.
Did not take.
That was horrific. I hit the mic metal.
Clang.
no.
So that happened. Alternate timeline. The
Right,
the
Gulliver.
zombie Rona. Gulliver becomes
Zombie
Rick Grimes.
Animal Crossing would be terrifying.
Yeah, that's why we have to do it now. I think we're legally obligated to do it now. Okay, so we're skipping ahead. So, over the course of the next month, things
up.
are gonna happen. What?
That night,
That night,
Oh boy.
can I walk Isabel home? Because
wait, she told you that she'd go get coffee with you.
I know, but we get coffee and can walk her home.
Yeah, she gets the Frappabungus Gruncaccino. Yeah, and you walk her home, and
Yeah.
it's really pleasant.
No rules required. I just want to be a gentleman.
Yeah, you do.
Lovely.
You do walk her home.
Pat walks his ficus home and places it in the exact center of his living room.
Right in the middle. Not in a corner in a sort of accent position, but right in the middle. Monolith-like, it stands there.
And then he thinks for a second and puts it on the side and just begins to look, thinking, appraising at the empty space in the center.
The empty space.
Joe has plans. He's setting up his plans.
So I think over the course of the next week, Gulliver was taken to the hospital.
He's in a coma. He's going to wake up at the worst moment.
Right. After some time, he is. If each of you want to give me a fashion roll for town gossip.
Oh my god. How many dice? For Chad. How many dice? You tell me. I'll roll what you roll, but we know Chad.
He's on next door. Like, they're all, like, talking about, like, there was a suspicious mailman.
I'll give you.
Chad fucking started Yik Yak. I brought Yik Yak to this town.
Oh, my God.
A deep cut.
South Bend secrets.
You don't even have to change Yik Yak.
I know.
Pat, give me 2. Chad, give me 3 for gossip.
I want 1.
You want 1? I didn't know if your water cooler chat would be.
Oh, no. And especially, we're probably going to cover this, but once the markets open back up again, there's going to be some thoughts being had. That's a 2. Did I roll under?
Yeah, you rolled under. Yeah,
Hey, I succeeded.
you just succeed.
I got 3 successes in one's animal fashion.
Power. I think you maybe catch a little bit of this around the water cooler with Krango over at Drewimagination Pro Systems LLC. If you're still there, I mean, I think that obviously you don't make all of the money at once from your powerful investment.
Yeah,
but,
they're
like,
doing pretty well. I think they're going to start diversifying. Maybe start moving into, I don't know, software or facial recognition.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm hoping.
And Chad, you definitely hear this as you are the rumor mill in town.
I love it. I love it.
But you do hear that after some time in the hospital, Tom Nook did go visit Gulliver. Gulliver is now at a rehabilitation facility.
Oh my God. Is he Sam Neill? He's like in like a straitjacket. He's like no. Stay away.
That's the word on the street.
Oh.
That or amnesia.
Good to know.
I will say, I don't know if Pat would have told me what he heard Gulliver say.
Instantly.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to make an assumption. I'm probably looking for news on Gulliver and feeding it to Pat. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm also feeding it to myself because I like pasta.
Oh yeah. Carbs. You're just all over Pastagram with the gossip.
I am always on Pastagram
God
looking
damn
for
it.
that sick goss. sick goss on
goss
Pasta.
on Pastagram.
You gotta get that goss pos, brah.
Goss pass.
His voice is like a warm glove to me.
It just like fits so nice.
Just, it fits.
That after about a week, the word is that he was sent to a rehabilitation facility. Also, with your animal fashion, your role, you also hear that Walker, for his possession of methamphetamines, has been sent to an out-of-town higher security prison.
Whoa. So they found some other shit. So they found something else.
Who knows? But the word on the street is that he got a.
It is a Schedule 1 narcotic, I guess.
That was hilarious.
So
I thought my brain was like rehabilitation center. Like he's going to get. Oh god, I almost threw up for real. I was like, oh, he's gonna go to like rehab. Ugh, he's gonna be back.
I think that you tried to start the rehab rumor, but then like in the course of that, actually heard this other thing.
Oh my god.
we just ruined that man's life. Like beyond.
Yeah, but don't you remember his voice? He deserved it.
Well, I barely remember it, and I'm the one who voiced it.
Oh, Pat was not speaking. Pat was not.
This
Pat
is
feels,
me now.
Pat feels no remorse.
Neither does Chad. Yeah, no, we ruined his life for no reason other than the fact that he had a corner on the Fitzbo market.
I think Pat sees this information and then transfers maybe, I would say 1,000 bells to Amnesty International.
Just 1,000.
Yeah.
Just, enough to not feel bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the universe is here for me to feel good about it, so why would I waste time feeling bad?
True. Or more money. Just enough to sort of assuage that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to write off your taxes.
Oh, of course. I mean,
It's mostly for the tax write-off.
I should start looking at offshore islands, though, in terms of, bank accounts.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Joe.
You try to get in contact with the people on Greater St. James. So anyway.
Joe, if you spend your money on an island, I will throw up and be so happy and elated. If that's how we get to the DLC, is you buy it. If you straight up buy the EA DLC that Jonah set up. Sorry.
So, weeks are passing, and we're hearing these things about Walker and Gulliver.
Weeks are passing. These rumors are circulating, and also you all are going about your sort of specific business, your various investments and misdeeds, whatever it is.
Crime.
Your various crimes. Crime time. What are you guys sort of doing over the course of the next few weeks? As far as I know you're working on your investments, and I know that you are becoming your brand. So what all does that entail? Let's figure out how to spend some of these luck points so that we start fresh for actual season 2.
I think Pat is spending a lot of time doing two things. Working on his house.
Yep.
Which is a new thing for him.
Which is, in what way?
He is expanding the main floor. And that is it.
Just a bigger square.
Just a bigger square.
No attic, no basement, no other rooms, just a bigger square.
He's building something in there.
Great.
And I think is spending a lot of time either with Isabel's help or just sort of if she points him towards the right records, poring over like the legal codes of South Bend, Indiana,
Yeah, zoning laws and things.
specifically zoning.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
And then he's just hanging out with Chad.
Do we ever go over to your house? Is your house like a no zone?
Whenever you like. I don't think he's hiding
so
it.
I would okay, cool. That's what I wanted to know so that
Yeah, I think it is just
you don't have to say it.
when he's not hanging with Chad,
I was just
Isabel,
curious if Chad knew about
or
it.
the
Whatever
like,
your
the
building
library.
Yeah.
He is working at home making something
He's making it himself.
or assembling it. Yeah.
Cool. But so you're acquiring the stuff. You're going to the craft store in Nookington Mall. And,
Right.
Getting the proper supplies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad?
So here's the first prong of my 3-pronged attack. I think Chad really fell in love with working on his jacket.
Uh-huh.
And I think for the first time, he felt like him coming into like ownership of who he was and not just like, I'm in debt. You know, like it's that first moment out of college where you're like, no, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. The pullout game is stronger now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like destroy. You didn't even go in. That's how strong it is.
Bust out straight game strong.
Nut alone. Hashtag nut alone. Sorry. So truly, here's what I think he's doing. And Jonah, feel free to do whatever you want and tell me how it goes or whatever.
Okay.
I think Chad sees a massive market that is not being
Tapped.
Thank
Okay.
you. Pluck him. And that is the fashion industry of South Bend.
Because like there is the Able sisters.
Correct. Chad realizes that the sisters need a brand. That their brand, like all that they're doing is like, here's this home sewn thing, and it's different every day. And like, if you miss it, you miss. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Doesn't have glam.
it doesn't have glam. It's not fashionable.
True.
So this is where I think
Because it's just Mabel and Sable. LaBelle is like she's out of town. She's doing her own thing. She did have the vision of the brand, and I think that was maybe a few years ago, but they were a little reluctant to like really get on for that. So
is
she's
she
off doing her own
connected
thing.
anymore though?
I don't know that they're on the best terms.
Okay. So
She's
here's
too busy palling around with the giraffe.
Yeah.
no, hold up, because that's part of my plan.
Oh.
I think Chad is going to consolidate and monopolize the fashion industry
Okay.
to some extent.
Okay.
So I would like for him to reach out to Gracie Grace, the giraffe,
Okay.
and her sick convertible,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
seems
yeah.
really dangerous for a giraffe.
There's no roads also.
There's no roads, but also like
So you're
any
off-roading.
bridge,
Right.
You're just taking your own damn head off.
Yeah. You need 12-foot clearance for your
Yeah.
convertible.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reach out to Gracie, and the sisters, and maybe third sister, who I don't remember because I don't think she was
LaBelle.
around in the one that I played a lot.
New Leaf, I think.
Was she New Leaf?
She's
That
New Leaf and
kinda
she's in
showed
New
up?
Horizons now.
Like
Yeah, I
Brewster,
haven't gotten
my
the
boy.
sisters in New Horizons yet.
Oh wow.
I don't play that much,
That's fair.
but I have a dog. But not that I own. That would be weird.
Wait, you own a dog?
No.
It's Portia, and you're like, yeah.
Whoa. That got hypersexual.
Well,
So anyway,
here we are.
we've been there. So
Disagree.
I'll finally say what I want to say. I would like to monopolize and get them into one conglomerate corporation business that is my brand.
Okay. Interesting.
I will spend every luck point I have making that happen. I will roll to make it happen. I will do whatever. I will use a good amount of the money that will at some point meet us. But like, this is his dream.
Uh-huh.
I think he has shifted to some extent. It's not about necessarily being the most popular ever. It still is. That's probably like the
I mean, how else are you going to get there? How else are you
Right.
going to be the most famous? You got to establish a brand.
this
to be
is
the most famous.
this is the stepping stone that he couldn't find.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I want to be doing. We can say I'm in process of doing it. Whatever you want to go with here.
Okay.
That is what Andrew wants to start a fashion mogul business.
Okay.
I want some Kanye t-shirts that no one buys.
Is this happening while everything is locking down?
Yeah, I think that like you are doing this.
It's the perfect time.
Right.
They need money.
They need money, and they also know that it's going to end like super soon. So they're like, yeah, we're just going to be ready.
Right. Yeah.
For, you know,
at
when
the end
they
of the
come.
week, you know, we might be able to lift a lockdown and
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Yeah. So let's talk this. Let's play this out a little bit.
It's fine.
Because I think that we'll.
That's fine. I'm just like this was the attack.
Yeah. So you come into.
Are you okay? You stressed out about the fashion industry?
No, I'm zen.
Okay. Am I making business deals?
We're making Joe revert.
I would say I think Pat is fully aware of this.
Oh, I
Is
work
probably talking on probably teaching me how to set up business and business structure
pro bono.
Pat, are you present for the sort of proposal meeting that he has with the
is
Able
that
sisters?
I would want Pat in the business.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
want him in the company. I want to poach Pat from Dramaginations.
And that was one of the things I think with
At some
Krango.
point.
I think after Pat finishes up a couple of his accounts or whatever with Dream Imagination Pro Systems LLC, I think Chad's is a stunning success. You know, it might not be the most profitable,
but it was very successful.
It's very successful. His portfolio looks amazing.
Yeah, from a branding perspective.
This pivot to fashionable has been a real feather in Dramagination's cap. And I think after he sort of wraps up a couple more cases with Krango, I think he puts in his 2 weeks with the idea that he's going to try to do some maybe consultancy work for a little while and mostly just sort of figure out his own finances, as Ediswan seems to be doing pretty well.
It's doing very well. So you put in your 2 weeks and Krango says, sometime soon?
But anytime, if you want to bring me on, for one project, if you think, I should really get a hand on the ball, I'd be happy to go for my old rate or whatever it is that...
You're already fine, but if you wanted to say we could discuss a raise, or we could talk about bonuses, or whatever may be the case. We want to keep you on the team.
Krango, I hope you know, I will always consider you and the people at Dream Imagination Pro Systems LLC as my team. As for a raise, I'm starting to realize that it's not really about money, is it? Like I said, if there's a project and you want me on board and I got a free week, I'm in. I'm in, Krango. As for being able to come in to work every single day and sort of be on call at that, I don't know if that's something I can do right now. You know? When I'm here, I'm with family.
Well, I gotta say, it did take me a bit by surprise because there's such a schedule-oriented person, and your consistency is something that we really admire about you here at Dramaginations Pro Systems LLC. But I understand that you gotta go do your own thing, and this bird's gotta fly. So we will be happy to bring you on for consulting work in the future. But best of luck to you.
Best of luck, Krango.
You shake their tentacle.
I can't shake your
That
tentacle.
was impressive.
It was really
that
lovely.
That was a monologue. Krango, and that was impressive.
Thank you.
Krango holds out their tentacle and I say, haha, nope. Remember? Corona? What I've been doing with some friends is I instead of hugging, we put our hands out as though we're going to hug, but we're 6 feet apart, and we just spin. And that's we've hugged.
Well, that doesn't seem nearly as fulfilling. I mean, I did sanitize my tentacles with Purell before, and...
Yeah, you got to watch out for centripetal force for sure.
Krango just gives you an air 5.
Air 5 to Krango.
Guys, remember when people were touching elbows?
Throwing bows.
Dude, they did that on the debate stage in Massachusetts the other day.
That's still a part of your body.
Right,
and it's still transmitted via
Yeah.
And plus, I lick my elbows, so...
Right, I lick my friend's elbows.
Yeah, where else are you supposed to lick?
Yeah.
The weenus.
The weenus.
Gotta lick the weenus.
Right. Whose
Hashtag.
weenus can you lick if not your friends?
Hashtag weenus licker.
I just want to leave, Dream Imagination and Krango specifically with the real, truly felt thought in Pat's heart, which is that corporations, that's the closest thing to family.
Does it hurt you, Joe?
No.
On a molecular level to say that?
No.
Okay, cool.
I am speaking in tongues.
Corporations are people, after all.
They are.
It's disgusting.
And I love all of them. Namaste.
Target shouldn't be a people.
I think with nobody else around, Pat walks out and looks at the sign for Dream Imagination Pro Systems LLC, fist on his hip. It says Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. LLC. Crossing the streams a little bit with Jake Wees, but whatever.
No, it's okay. Can I tell you? I had a fever dream.
Well, it's all just opposite sides of the Joe coins.
Right.
I had a fever dream in the moment that you were quitting Dramaginations that I was like, holy shit. as part of this like fashion thing, we could open a talent agency and like Pat could just be in charge of the talent, right? Like I was like, you could make your own dramaginations and like just in the middle of that, thinking about Pat dealing with young talent made me like sick.
Can I tell you?
He's poaching him from the stank cave.
Can I tell you, guys, in full seriousness, that's what Jeffrey Epstein did.
I know.
Oh my God.
I'm aware. That's why I was like, oh my God.
He's
like
gonna go.
We're careening towards it.
We always
Holy hell.
thought Scoot was going to be Epstein. Turns out
no.
No. I will. That is a line that Pat is unable to cross.
I know.
But no, the goal is still kill Jeffrey Epstein.
Right. We have to find a gun. First of all, I've been looking for months.
You have to use it. It can't be me. I think we cut that bit from the episodes, but like, I don't have the physical capability of using a gun.
Well, here's the thing: is
unless
Pat
I can do
has
it
fingers.
fashionably.
Pat has fingers.
Pat has fingers.
He can pull the trigger because he has fingers.
Now, question though:
When you use Instapause, you're just sort of like slamming your claws against.
it's all face oriented. Can
love that facial recognition
Can
technology.
would a t-shirt cannon count as fashionable? Out of curiosity. Because if you say yes right now, and I still have a luck point, I will have a t-shirt cannon.
Can you feel this I need to piss energy radiating out of me right now?
Do you
just
need to
like
pee?
bubbling. You're doing like the I have to pee dance, but of just like
Vocals?
crime.
Soul.
Oh Lord.
Okay, well here's what I'm gonna say. Let's play out this meeting that you have with the Able sisters, and depending on how well that goes, you might get a t-shirt cannon. And
No, it's fine. I don't need it. I need this much more.
And after I think Pat invites Chad and possibly Isabel if she's hanging out back to Pat's place for like a beer.
yeah, I think she is hanging out. I think she's hanging out.
She's starting to like let go of the work a little bit.
A little bit. Let's have this though, because I want to know where we're at.
Yes.
Cool. Pause.
Cut.
I actually think, let's go ahead and get rid of that section. I'm okay with that. I don't want that fan art. So just like,
that's
you watching
that was my
in the
first
corner.
thought.
I know. It'll happen. And that's why I went around it. But then we kept going.
He's still like placid, just like totally like
You have your
neutral
fern in your
expression.
lap.
This is how it goes.
It's a ficus.
It's ficus.
It's
It's going to become the next Pat. As you in the earth of it.
you animate the ficus.
Okay.
So we're at this Able Sisters meeting,
I'll bring us back in. So it's not like what just happened.
wearing masks.
My face hurts. Well, are we there yet?
So I think you were like about to cross the threshold. You're about to go in for your meeting at the Able sisters.
Is Gracie there? I need to know. This is really important. She's a linchpin.
Maybe she's FaceTiming him.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have to be there in person, but like...
Go ahead and roll fashion to see if you've been able to get a hold of Gracie. Roll 2, because she's hard to get a hold of, otherwise you'd have the 3.
But who other than Chad,
That's a 1 and an animal fashion.
She is happy to take your call.
Nice.
So I think you've got her on a FaceTime sort of
yes.
thing. You've got her on a Zoom call, because what else would she
yes.
be on in the Rona times?
I mean, we could just all do a Zoom conference.
Oh my God.
No, I think let's
meet with the
I love that actually.
I think that
Chad's in front of a bunch of books that he hasn't read.
Chad's on like a green screen kind of thing, of like a tropical island.
Pat is on
I have a bookcase that I just haven't cracked open at all.
Pat has a perfectly blank wall.
Perfect
for green screen, but no green screen.
Right. And you do have your ring light.
I do have my ring light.
Slate gray
I
wall.
look good on this Zoom call.
I like this Zoom
that
call.
evolved to a Zoom call.
I think that's what this has to be. I'm sorry.
I think if it's this time, it does have to be a Zoom call. I think that the original plan was to meet in person,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
And then the world ended.
But Sable was like, "We can't do an in-person meeting now. Why would we? No, we're just gonna Zoom it."
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, we have to set a good example, unlike
Yeah.
Jonah M. Jackson, who loves going out and licking the door handles of every car in the Kroger parking lot.
I go to the store and I lick every person and I sneeze. Okay, this is not a joke. There was who was saying this?
Oh no, just cut right there. None of that was a joke.
Yep.
No.
All of those things he said were true.
There you have it, folks.
No, but my mom had to go to the grocery store and she was like, there was a dude there with his kid and, you know, his girlfriend, wife, whatever. My mom, who is also a school teacher and is like, I don't want to go back to school.
Nope.
But so she's walking around in the store and everything, and this dude, no mask, kid no mask, you know, just walking around. This motherfucker sneezes, open sneeze, onto the end of the aisle. All the shit on the shelf.
This is my worst fear. There is no amount of preparation that can save me from
other people.
From one guy. Horror story aside.
Sable had a similar experience, and
Right.
she was like, no,
She's
I
panicking.
hate people. I hate people. I'm not going to do it.
You know, I'm sorry that Humphrey won't use a mask.
It was Humphrey. It was Humphrey, though.
But it's not like a fuck you thing. He's
just too lazy.
He's just
too lazy.
really lazy.
He
and
probably
really
doesn't even know that
stoned.
it's happening.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, is that still in like Europe or whatever?
He's like, no.
No,
that's
it's
like
all up
3
in
towns
South
over.
Bend, little buddy.
Whoa. Indiana?
No, this one.
Oh.
Is it the same?
Oh, South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, it's the same.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't ever remember where exactly geologically we are.
But so you're on the Zoom call.
We're on the Zoom
What
call.
is
Yeah.
your proposal here?
So here's what I'm thinking. And I feel, Pat, feel free to jump in at any time. with
Absolutely.
Business acumen. Right now, I'm a little bit worried about the funding of the fashion industry.
Well, I mean, we have taken a pretty big hit
probably
because of
pretty big
because
hit.
of the COVID. Yeah.
Gracie, are you on? Your screen went black.
Yeah, sweetie. Sorry, I was just making a juice. You hear like the sound of like a blender in the background, and the screen is just kind of off.
Gracie, would you mind muting while you do the
Where's that
the
button?
juice? I explain where the mute button is.
Pat always mutes when he's not speaking. Do you know how it looks like some people are in a dungeon?
Yeah.
It's that.
That's the dude from that one, the Delaney show.
Oh my god.
Oh God. Hey, since I'm the prince, can I have a sword?
Does this sword make it better? Does he listen?
It's taking everything in me not to just start like an outsider art podcast with Delaney and just fucking have the raw audio. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh my God.
So what I'm thinking is, if we all consolidate, if we all came together, right? Pat and I are coming into some money,
Yes.
right? I would know.
We have some seed
Yeah.
money.
And I think if we all come together, we might be able to survive this time period, right? I also want to improve the brand, right? Because right now Tom Nook is like undercutting you guys like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, with his sweatshops and everything, that he's
H&M.
able to, make it at such low prices, it's hard to compete for
Right.
sure.
So we got to come up with something that's going to be able to beat him out, right?
So wait, are you saying that it's like Gracie's neck is now in frame? So are you saying
Gracie, a little bit lower.
So you said
Bend over.
wait, no, you said a little bit lower, and the camera angle just goes down to her torso.
Nice.
Nice.
So are you saying that are we trying to compete with him where he's at, or are we trying to make our own sort of like chic designer sort of like?
I have a note about that.
Pat, please take the floor.
So, all of the boutiques and such in Nookington Mall, of which we can probably come up with 6 or 7 animal puns, but we've already done that, so we're not going to do it this time.
Also, do you guys know they have like a super they have like a Nazi store,
like
in
a
there.
really racist
like a really
store.
racist
I hope
store. You guys
Humphrey-
remember that?
Wait, you mean the restaurant?
What's the restaurant?
What, the Trash Panda Express? Is that
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
No, the nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
We're Nazis.
Well, it's okay because he is a trash panda.
I don't.
Whoa. We're going to have some corporate culture issues. He texts to,
You're gonna have to text him,
Chad.
like, in
I
HR.
text back to Pat. Would you want to be an HR rep?
I would love nothing more. What is H? Is it human?
Human resources.
In
There's
AR.
there's no humans in this town.
I know.
You're going to be the AR representative.
Right. Anyway, so
It's a new thing. It's HR.
there's something very interesting about the supply chain of all the Nook
Humane.
sort of properties. In addition to the
Humane resources.
It's humane resources.
Continue, please.
there's something that all of Nook's properties have in common, in addition to being in person, which we're finding that at least for the next 2 weeks or so, I would say 2, maybe 3 at the outset, is going to be dangerous for people to go in store. We're going to have shipping and logistical issues coming from the East, right?
Right.
Whereas we have production capabilities right here in town with the Able sisters.
Oh, well, people, a lot of folks in town really are patriotic. They do love Made in South Bend as opposed to,
Exactly.
And
people really love their own sort of people and not so much other kinds of people.
Here's what I'm saying. The old retail model has been dying for a while with the rise of online marketplaces.
Exactly.
If we combine the Made in South Bend production capabilities of the Able sisters with a network, some sort of online retailing that we could design, we could make it as easy to get your brand new fashions as clicking a button, clicking your mouse.
But also, right, in town, if you're in South Bend, we could do deliveries
for free,
like same day. Don't even need to come into the store. Don't have to risk anything. We could also make sure that the store is a super contained, safe place where people could go.
I'd like that very much.
And we could actually have potentially an open business if we keep numbers low enough.
I do like that because I fucking hate people.
Now, what is the biggest con of a small-scale operation such as the Able sisters? I would say you're not able to take advantage of economies of scale, as in the things that you make are necessarily going to be limited batches. And I would ask us, in fashion, is it such a bad thing to have a limited edition?
Nah, bitch. Gracie's head finally comes down.
Gracie, this is why I wanted to bring you in on this.
I love my bespoke shit. I fucking love it.
Like, I want this to be Versace.
Yeah. Oh.
I want this to be Gucci. I want this to be
New Balance. Sorry.
Yeah, no, yes, sure. Yes, why not? I mean,
Pat is sweating.
Some people need a New Balance. I think we can be all of those things and put it under one title. If we're all working together, right, we could do some really incredible things with fashion.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Yes.
And they get discounts if they scan their face into my database.
Yes.
Oh wait, no. What's that about? How's that? Well, how does that help
it's just
us
like
if
you
it's
take
in our database.
You take a picture of you in the fashion and put it up on Instagram, and then that spreads the sort of brand.
The brand.
Oh, okay.
But
So
also
we're not.
we get-
So it's not like they walk in the store, we scan their face. It's just sort of like we take the data that they already put on the internet anyway, and then we just use it.
That's the beauty of it. They're doing it for free.
For freely, right? It's like for free. I do it all the time.
And that doesn't really. Well, I guess we. Could
There's
just,
no laws regulating it.
Well, I mean, I
we
guess
can
we
just
could
kind of
just-
go fucking buck wild. This isn't Pat
Also,
speak.
We could just jack up the prices a little bit for whatever if we're doing stuff anyway, and then
then a
whatever,
discount.
And then give them
whatever
a discount
the discount
that
is.
brings it back down to what it would have been. Also,
And then I sell the information to private law enforcement agencies that we hire for our. Sorry, never mind.
hey, so, but also you have my social acumen. What? How many followers do I have on Instapause at this point?
At this point,
Out of curiosity.
did we establish how? Did we establish how many?
We
people?
never.
Do
we
wanna
never
make a roll about it?
I just wanted to ask. Yeah. If like.
Did Pat's strategy work?
I think that let's you roll 3 fashion for me.
Okay.
Roll 3 fashion, because I think that that's fair.
I'm gonna use a luck point to turn that 6 into a 5.
Okay.
Didn't we say that at the beginning?
Yeah, that you could change one failed
You
die
could
to
move it by
success.
1 point.
I think so.
I think so. That sounds right. That sounds like something
So
I would
it would
say.
be animal fashion, but I feel like it's a little overpowered to be like.
Well, no, yeah, you
into
can't
animal
shift.
fashion.
You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
shift to
Cool,
animal
cool.
fashion. You just have to roll it straight
It's
up.
3 successes though.
So full success. So I think that with
The combination disaster brand of Saving Gulliver.
you had a
brought
wild
people
story
in.
day.
You went
Yeah,
viral.
You went viral.
Yeah.
You went viral.
we brought people in with all these things, and then like
I think
after
that
you
people
watch
are
that-
moving to South Bend because of like this viral like
Oh my God. There is a viral sensation sweeping the nation that is not just coronavirus.
watching shotgun.
It's called birding. And it's you pull your friend.
you find a bird friend
Oh my God.
and you pull him out of the water.
Or the closet, or you pull him out
pull
of
him
like
out
his
of somewhere.
car.
You throw water on them, and then start giving them CPR.
And then drag them by the
Yeah.
with a rope.
It's like guerrilla entertainment. It's not guerrilla.
it's
in
not
my
guerrilla
terms.
entertainment, but it's guerrilla entertainment.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, bird. Yeah, with the full success, birding is the new viral sensation, and like
The TikTok. kids, the teens are really latching on.
And yeah, people have like moved to South Bend like since then because like not necessarily because they're like, oh man, the guy lives here.
These are
it's
like-
not.
are these-
Well, I mean, there might be some kind of like parasocial thing going on.
Well, the yoga.
But, yeah,
Joe.
the yoga.
It's like this is a good ass town.
Start a cult.
Because here's the thing, like.
media
South
cult.
Bend. I want to be clear with the listeners. The South Bend is a very bad place. It's a bad place.
It's
to
a
be.
utopia.
So far, it's pretty great.
It's no worse than every other exurb hellscape.
You know, it's not until you dig that you realize how bad things are. But on surface level, it's like, I mean, it's a pretty sweet place.
We had beach yoga. It was beautiful. The whole town was there. I hashtagged the town, which allowed people to find the towns.
Because you were linked with the town account. So
Yeah.
as a result, also, if you going viral, the town account has also, like, that's part of what's happening. It was that mutually
Isabel
beneficial kind of
loves
thing.
me.
With that, like, I'd say you're probably at, like, let's say that you were at, like, 1,000 followers before, and that got you to 10K. Like, whatever it is to get verified. I think that you're, like, like freshly verified.
Okay, then let's say in Animal Crossing world, that's 10,000,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
And then we'll say that I have some number around 10,000, right? Like 10,370.
Yeah.
We're starting to get to like ad deal. Like,
Yeah, you're on the verge of, like, the kind of sponsorship stuff. People start approaching you, like,
Gracie,
Twitch partner.
if there's anything that our recent spate of news and sort of viral sensation and subsequent popularity of South Bend has proven, it's that people are hungry for community, right? And I think fashion is one of the best ways to create community. Because you either have it and you're in, or you don't and you're out and you're not in our community.
I mean, that's how fashion works.
That's how fashion works.
Well, so you know what I really like about that. I'm loving everything that you're saying, and like obviously I've been doing my sort of like my mobile brand, which has been really great. I haven't had like a brick and mortar location yet,
But you're
like,
talking about your mobile brand where you like drive around and sell things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Like-
I've been a mobile brand up to this
Right.
point, but so
Yeah.
this is sort of like the next evolution of that. I feel. Like to partner with an organization, of this sort, where I can, there is the mobile aspect in the sense of like, if we have deliveries and stuff, it's still able to go other places. I'm not tied down necessarily,
Right.
but to have that sort of stability and everything while also retaining the bespoke nature of my product, I'm really interested in. I also think that maybe we could do like a sort of like subscription box where people like fill out everything that we could possibly know about them, and then I can craft their fashion from there.
You're speaking my language, Gracie.
Like everything that you could possibly know about them, because you have to
Everything.
know everything to make somebody's fashion.
All data.
That's how I feel too.
You got to know them on the deepest level, and then I can tell you
Correct.
what flannel shirt to wear,
Right.
or like whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just throwing out flannel because there's a lot of fucking natural people in South Bend.
But here's another question, because I
Okay.
feel like we're gonna need a lot of people working.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, for
Do
that kind
we
of
know
scale
any
of
other
things-
sewers?
I mean, I sew really fast, but I understand what you're saying.
You guys are brilliant. I
know
just
what
feel
you
like
mean.
if
We
we're
do
doing
need
a
more of a
subscription
workforce.
thing, we're gonna
As a
need.
possible expansion,
Well,
yes.
Yeah, just maybe future ideas. If you all are on board, right? I think we're totally set to go ahead and move on to the next
Phase.
the next level, the next phase, as Pat says. My good friend Pat, my business associate.
He's
Pat,
just in his dungeon-like room. The only light is the Zoom computer.
right. I have
Meanwhile, Chad is lit impeccably by his ring
impeccably.
light.
I have the little thing where you have rings in your eyes.
Yes.
I think we could move on to phase two. Let's get off the ground floor. If you all feel comfortable signing on to a project like this.
We had a similar chat with LaBelle a few years ago, and obviously she's left since then. Fuck her. But she's doing really well out of town, and
Would she be interested, maybe?
we haven't been on kind of the best terms over the past few years since she left. So that might be a longer conversation to try to have. But for now, I think we made a mistake by not hopping on when we could previously. I don't want to make that mistake again, especially in these sort of uncertain times of over what I'm sure is just going to be the next few weeks. But
Right. In these uncertain 3 weeks.
yeah,
With all the news and all.
yeah,
With everything that's happening in the news.
it's going to be fine.
You'll have some guaranteed okay money through this time period.
Well,
'cause
I mean,
it's-
the fact that you're bringing the money to the table from the get go and wanting to invest rather than
also a verified account. Like we're
this-
going to get people.
I think it's a smart move for us. I mean, as far as full-on expansion to, other towns and things like that, maybe for now we can keep it local until we can acquire
sure.
more of
agree.
a workforce
Yeah.
kind of thing.
We got to test it. We got to see that it works.
Yeah, we'll
first.
do a sort of market test here maybe, and then, pending the success of that, then expand from there. We'd probably have to go about acquiring a larger space for a sort of, whatever that sort of setup is, and, that'll be a whole ordeal we'll have to go through with, acquiring whatever from town and buying the properties and everything.
Maybe some space will open up soon in the retail district.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
I mean, you never know.
Well, I think that this has been very productive, and with Chad's okay, I'll send over and make some final adjustments to just a brief outline of contractual obligations, and then send that over.
Yeah, if you just sign that contract, we'll give it a look see, and we should be good to go. Send me that shit.
Grace is on board. Oh, we're good. We got the sisters. We got Grace. We got Chad and Pat. We're good. This is set.
Look, I'm on the beach, and Pat changes his background.
You do, and the host ends the Zoom call.
Before I end it, because I'm hosting.
You are the host.
I'm gonna go.
You have the premium Zoom account.
All right. You guys are all awesome. Thanks, Pat. Can't wait for you to get that over to them. See you guys later. Maybe we'll do business. Hashtag pull it game strong, and I'll end it.
Nice.
And then, in the silence of my little house, I'm gonna do the little dance that they do on Animal Crossing's New Horizons when they catch things. I'm just gonna stomp my feet, and then I'm gonna throw my fist up in a pseudo Breakfast Club closing shot, and I'm just gonna be like, I acquired a fashion industry.
Hello friends, Jonah here to say thank you for listening to this episode of Villagers. Obviously, this is a very special interlude episode where we are setting up our second season, Villagers 2, Election Boogaloo. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our wonderful partner Dice Envy. This week I'm looking at their Guilt Trip set, which has a description that feels very fitting for where we're going. The process of covering mundane substances with a thin layer of gold for maximum fanciness has been happening since ancient Egypt, and if it's good enough for the pharaohs, it's good enough for us. Give your dice bag an upgrade, and for heaven's sake, call your mother every now and then. If you're looking to add to your dice hoard, you can get 10% off of your purchase at Dice Envy by going to diceenvy.com/questco or by using the promo code QuestCo at checkout. That's QUESTCO for 10% off of your entire order. If you're a fan of the Quest Company, please do us a favor and go over to our page on the Apple Podcasts app or wherever you listen to your podcasts and leave us a rating and review. It is a huge help to us, and we read every review that comes in, and getting more of those really does help boost our visibility. And if you really love what we do here at the Quest Company and you'd like to take the next step in supporting us, please consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. For as little as $2 a month, you can help us with necessary expenses, help us continue to improve the quality of the show, and get access to exclusive content and patron rewards. If you'd like to give us that support, you could do so at patreon.com/questcompanypodcast. You can find the link to the Patreon on our website, questcompanypodcast.com. If you'd like to contact us, you could do so directly through our website or by finding us on Instagram and Twitter at The Quest Company. You can also come hang out with us in our Discord. If you need links to any of those things, go check out our website. It's all there. We know that word of mouth is the best way to get people listening to a new podcast, and that is especially true for independent shows like ours who don't do paid ads. So please, if you enjoy the show, let other people know. Seriously, this week, just tell one friend who you think would enjoy the shenanigans we do here. And if all of you did that, we'd have so many people checking out the show. With that said, we'd love to also see you posting about the podcast using hashtag The Quest Company. And if you have fan art of the podcast that you want to share, just make sure when you post it to tag us so that we can see it. Tagging us really is the best way to make sure we see the stuff you post and to guide folks directly to us. And speaking of word of mouth, we would love to hear from you. We're still taking question submissions for our Q&A episode, so if you have questions about Bound as we start getting close to wrapping up the current arc, or Konoko Origins since we're pausing that one for a bit after the air quote mid-season finale, or Villagers since, hey, you're listening to it right now, or any other general Quest Company stuff, we'd love for you to submit those questions. You can hit us up on social media or on the Discord. We've got a specific channel just for Q&A stuff. I'd like to thank Joe Leitess for editing this episode, along with the artists whose music is featured in it. Thank you to DJ Freedem for the song Pretty Boy. Thanks to ELPHNT for the song A Great Darkness Approaches, Can You Feel It? Thank you to NoMBe for Gloss on the Floor. Thanks to RalphReal for the song Pacific Coastin. Thanks to Ramzoid for Princess. Thank you to RetroShine for Young Logos. And thanks to Roccow for the song Try A Music. Ambient sound by tabletopaudio.com, Wayne Jones and Komiku. Additional sound design by Kickhat, Slappy, and Gary's Midi Paradise. That's all for me, so let's get back to the boys in South Bend and see what happens next. Thank you for joining us here at the Quest Company.
As Isabel and Chad come over for just a brief post-Zoom beer.
Celebratory.
Yeah, because you guys are each other's bubble.
We're the commune.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm like so happy. Oh my god, sorry. Well, Isabel's also been able to work from home a lot more because she hasn't been in the office as much.
Probably been really good for her.
Yeah, it has been.
I make sure that
I've been helping her with skin treatments.
Their beers or their kombucha or whatever it is. Let them
Isabel's having a beer.
Yeah. I let them into the dark main room, right?
Yeah.
And we, the listener, don't see what it is. But Pat says, all right, 3, 2, 1, and turns on a light. And Chad and Isabel see what Pat has been working on.
Cut to a little bit later, a couple weeks later.
I'm so concerned.
It's great. And this
Do
is
you know?
this is a great transition.
Thank you.
This is a good transition because we cut to a couple weeks later. There's a town meeting.
On Zoom?
No, this is one of those, much like my brother's graduation,
Forced.
where it's like, you gotta be there in person. The memo said that there was going to be social distancing and everything, but once
No
everybody
one does
actually
it.
gets
No
there,
enforcement.
there's no enforcement, and there's not enough space to actually do that.
Right.
So it's just a bunch of folks in there.
It's just a wing and a prayer.
Some masked, many not.
Humphrey takes down his mask to vape, and then he puts it back up.
And then he just exhales just a chunky cloud just from his
Chad is
fat rig.
Chad is in a custom mask.
Bespoke, like very fashionable N95.
Hold up. It's the start of his brand.
Ooh.
It's the start of his fashion.
Well, of course. I mean, what easier way to make some money, like in these uncertain
Early
times, than having the clothing brand make masks,
Right.
fashionable masks.
Maybe there's other people in the meeting with Chad specific.
I think that there's at least a few.
Yeah.
Like obviously Abel and Sable.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have made one for Pat.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think they're all handmade by Chad.
we have
Pat just looks like his face.
It's just his smile.
Whatever you want.
His neutral smile. Jonah, that's brilliant.
They all have the same logo, though.
And I think
What is the logo? What is the brand name and what's the logo?
Okay. The brand name is Grizzly. It's we're pulling off a Gucci.
Okay.
Right. I know I put Gucci in the world, but I think this is the
Goosey.
Gucci.
Yeah.
This is the Gucci of the world.
that was Goosey. This is
That was
Goosey.
Goosey.
This is Grizzly. The masks or whatever, I think that he made them for his friends, so whatever they told him, that's what he made. So I assume Pat was like, I would like it to look like my face.
I just want my face.
Yeah, so I just made his face.
Nice.
I think Chad is a good sewer,
Because
actually.
his face
I mean, that's
Based
in
on-
the canon.
based on our canon.
That's established already, yeah.
But they all have a little, it looks like a little bear paw. Mm-hmm. It is a bear paw, but it is colored gray.
Okay.
Inside the paw, the lines on the inside of your hand, I can't remember what they're called. So I'm just going to go.
Oh, like the...
Just the palm reading lines?
Yeah, like palm reading lines.
Lifelines,
right? Like
heart lines.
but like the pads of the bear paw,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Within them, kind of like hidden in the back of it, is a cheap-ass scrub moth.
Nice.
Love it.
Nice.
And like a couple other little designs. Yep.
Can Pat have a box of freebies to hand out to townspeople as they come by?
Absolutely. I probably would have sewed them all. I'll burn another luck point on that box.
I am just loving the idea that his mask is his own smile.
It's his own face.
He just takes it off and it's exactly the same.
Is it photorealistic?
Yes.
You're good
I just want
sewer.
to double check.
It is
If we're scaring people.
It does not look like I think you get accosted by like one or two people. Like Bruce is like, Pat, what are you doing? Like I thought that you.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
What are you? What's? Why are you muffled? You just talk.
Oh, give me a second. And he breathes in.
Peels off his face.
He breathes in and holding his breath like visibly peels off the mask and puts it back on.
Bruce is visibly disturbed.
Hey, how about these guns, huh? Been working out
Have you been going to the gym more?
a little bit.
Oh, nice.
He looks exactly the same. And then
Have you been doing 6 times a week?
yeah, can you tell?
2 a days.
2 a days. Yeah, it's been working out pretty well.
Oh,
I will say his veins are popping.
exactly the same, but
very
just
vascular.
very pronounced
Very
veins. Much like with Reese and Cyrus, you can't really tell because of the fur, but
Right.
they are in fact popping. But so you all are here.
I want to bring them a part of the company as well.
Oh, NKK. Look, entertainment, infrastructure.
Are we doing Fire Festival?
No,
Are we making fire?
we're building a fiefdom.
Yeah. We're building an entertainment empire.
But so you all are coming in, and I you hand out a bunch of masks as many of the animals come in are not masked. But so there are sort of the quote main villagers of the town, right? Like the Becky, Callie, Crango, like that.
Becky's my girl.
squad.
I give a mask to her first.
Oh, for sure.
I probably ask her what kind of mask she wants.
Yeah.
So there's the normals.
There's normals, but then there's also like other inhabitants, like the Sporks and Cressicas,
Yeah.
sort
Right.
of the place.
Yeah, the underclass.
Well, the ones that are not the spotlighted characters in our story.
The
Right.
in NPCs. The minor NPCs.
The minor NPCs,
Right.
yes.
We don't
so,
care about them.
but there are
We do.
plenty of
We
them
think about
them. Of course I do.
around. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like Cressica Sport, people who like work in the mall or other sort of like surrounding things that are technically within the town limits. There's like a cool jock cerulean chicken, a peppy natural purple rhino. There's like a smug cute red dog, a cranky rustic azure eagle.
no,
like,
I don't. I'm
there's-
calling bullshit. We're killing him. We don't need 2 smug, cute, red XYZ.
This is a female dog though.
Okay, never mind. It's
I'm gonna fuck that dog.
Chad's got a dog thing going on. He's got a type.
I also want to have a threesome with those llamas, but okay.
True.
My type is I want to bang.
Alive. Your type is breathing.
Hashtag I'm a virgin.
Also, in that sort of vein, I think that over the course of this last few months, additionally, there is a normal, natural mint otter that had moved into town.
Mint. Hi. We've hung out a couple times, but I think this meeting is the first time we've actually like seen each other since the Roni hit.
Yeah. They like moved sort of like during that, just because paperwork was already signed, stuff already happened, but they're here now. But so everybody's here in this town hall meeting, and the sort of standard cast of Animal Crossing characters who are also doing whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's here. Up toward the front, there is a sort of like main town council that does have like Tortimer, and Nook is up there. Copper and Booker are around, just sort of as security and everything.
There's a red laser dot jiggling on Nook's forehead. There's not.
It's from Pat's gun that he willed into existence.
Where are you guys sitting? Like, what are you doing?
Pat always sits whenever he sits at the town council meetings or similar in the very front row,
I sit with Pat.
Nice.
like inches away from
Is
the
Isabel
action.
on stage or is she with us in the front row?
Probably a moderator, right?
Yeah, I think more so
okay,
like a
okay.
monitor. So she's kind of like in between like the stage and the
Love it,
audience. Like
yep.
if there's questions, she kind of fields those and everything.
Love it.
Yeah.
As the meeting is called to order, Tom Nook steps to the podium. Hello, residents of South Bend. It is a pleasure to have you all here this evening. As the head of the South Bend Chamber of Commerce, I hope this all finds you well. Shit him with a t-shirt.
The Doom Eternal music starts playing. Rip and tear.
We are here this evening. This town meeting has been called about a very important matter to all of us. With recent developments, the city council has decided that the time has come for an emergency election in order to elect a new mayor of South Bend. Tortimer here has graciously agreed to be in the running should no one else choose to. And Tortimer sort of like weakly stands up and says, "Yep, I would love to do that."
I look over at Bruce.
Bruce looks fucking pissed about this.
Okay, because if this is Jill Biden, she'd be fucking excited about it. She's okay with it. She's like totally fine that her sundowning husband has Alzheimer's and is still somehow running for the highest. She's okay with that.
Right, but
she's
like-
all right with that because she's like a good human being that loves seeing her soulmate not know where he is. Demons exist.
She's like, "It's great to be here in Indianapolis. I was over there a few weeks ago.
So
Here in South Bend."
I love Bruce now. Bruce is my boy now. Bruce
Well,
is
here's
pissed.
here's the difference with Bruce is that like Bruce hasn't had like a lifetime to
Right.
be like absorbed into like that machine. But yeah, Bruce, I won't even like make a roll for that.
Right.
He looks like pissed, and you see that he is like staring daggers at Tom.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Should no one else be wanting to fill that position, we will happily have Tortimer resume his old place as the mayor of South Bend. But if anyone chooses to run, you certainly can.
Pat has had no expression change. Not that you can tell because his mask is also smiling. But the mask is on top of the mask, and below that is
so
another mask.
I feel like I've given you a magical item.
Well, hey, what's one more mask
His mask
to
of-
wear?
His mask of Pat's face. Magical item that looks like Pat's face. Essentially, that is sort of the big piece of news. He then goes through some other just sort of, menial town business, and he says, "We will take a brief recess, but if anyone should choose to also..."
Do we have to know right now?
What?
Is there
Do we have to announce right now, or do we have like time to like think about it and like talk to
Well,
people?
it is emergency election, so there are special rules. So there is a very brief time frame to become a candidate. So
Oh, okay, Nookie.
we'll also be happy to just have Tortimer.
What is the frame? What is the time
We
frame?
will take a brief recess, and if anyone else would like to run for mayor, then when we return from the recess, they can make that known.
Cool beans, Nookie Cookie. All right.
And with that, Isabel says, "All right, so we'll take a recess, and then we
I
will..."
want to make an insight check on Tom Nook.
On Tom Nook.
Do you think he's the bad guy?
I rolled a d20. It was a 10.
He's hard to read.
Oh. Can I roll animal instead?
Yeah, roll one animal.
As far away from a success as possible.
He is an enigma.
No. God gives me the
Pat is just
fucking
taking it all in.
willies.
Yeah, he just like pure Alan Rickman diehard energy. But with that, you all are on recess.
I think Isabel and Chad and Pat find a minute outside, away from prying eyes.
Oh, I go.
What's up, boys? Sorry, that was weird. I wasn't privy to any of that information before we started, so that was.
It's the next move in the game.
All right, I dropped my taco.
Oh, pick your taco up.
I got it. Sorry.
It's the next move in the game.
Well, what do you mean by that? She's sipping on her Frappabunga Scrumpuccino.
The ball is in our court, Isabel. You know all the work that you have done in Scoot's absence. Do you think that your responsibilities will be lessened with Tortimer in charge?
Well, no, I'll have to do as much, if not more, babysitting him. I mean, honestly. I can't believe... he's pretty much senile. I don't know who in their right mind would... I didn't even think he wanted to come back.
I don't think he did
Bruce
either.
didn't look very happy about it. We both turned to Isabel.
I think somebody else should run.
Okay. Who?
Somebody that knows the town and is beloved by its residents. Somebody with a relationship to some of the small business owners in the town.
Exactly.
Somebody who knows the way the law works and what the mayor's office is capable of.
Somebody who is talented and smart and kind.
Somebody who does have the best interests of South Bend, Indiana at heart.
The person that's been keeping it together this entire time, maybe?
And somebody who already has the keys.
It's true.
Okay. Listen, boys. I think I hear what you're saying, but I don't think that I want that.
I will donate 200,000 bells to both your campaign and a charity of your choice.
I mean, if it's about electability, I just don't know that I'm as electable as somebody like a Tortimer who's already established themselves as part of the...
Change is in the air, Isabel.
But also, Tortimer's, his heart's not going to be in it. I mean, I don't even think Bruce would vote for Tortimer.
But still, you don't think that he can just phone it in and get it?
Does he want it?
I will literally lose all faith in every system and every human on planet Earth if that's the... No, just kidding. Of course it would happen. But
But not here where we have some form of, like...
Agency
over it.
Right. In a world where everything is decided by money and moneyed influences like Nook, I feel like the only place you can start to make a difference, it's right here.
Well,
it's right here.
Fucking double knock.
With people like you and people like us and a town like South Bend.
I mean, we'll be behind you the whole way.
I'm just a public servant. I just,
like a mayor?
I want to, well, I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't somebody like Chad be better to be the mayor? Like who has more like people skills?
Isabel, think of us as your right and left hands.
Yes.
With the three of us, what couldn't we accomplish for South Bend? Do you remember what I showed you? Let's pop on over back to my house. Just until the recess is over. We have a couple minutes, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a 15 intermission. Your house is like 30 seconds that way.
Nookie Cookie, we'll be right back.
There are only a few minutes remaining in the recess.
Okay, well, you're taking a long time to talk, so...
And I push open the door, and again, I flip on the lights. You know, I've been thinking about this for quite a while now. And I've done the calculations. And we see the scale model of South Bend, Indiana. Every tree in its correct place, every building, every municipal facility. We see the post office, the train tracks, the retail district on the other side. And I take out a little figurine and I put it directly in front of the mayor's office. It's Isabel.
I mean, Queen Isabel's got a ring to it.
It does, doesn't it?
Go ahead and roll.
I am wearing the drive jacket.
You are wearing the drive jacket. We'll combo this since you guys are both doing it. Pat, you give me 2 animal and Chad give me 2 fashion.
Let's get 4 successes. That was 1 success.
I rolled 2 6s, which is 2 failures.
Oh, shit.
But I'm going to use 2 points if I still can use points.
2 luck points? Yeah, sure.
I'll burn 2 luck points.
Uh-oh.
To move those to 5s instead.
I actually think that that's a very... Because it's hard. Because Isabel, has not thought about this, does not want this.
Right.
Like,
hold up.
Well, has not wanted this. She has not... Like, it hasn't even crossed her mind.
Okay, I just don't want, like...
You're not going to, like...
No. I don't want to force her to do something.
No.
Okay, cool.
No, I think that, like...
That's all. I wanted to, like, make sure that line was clear.
No, I think that
Chad's not on board with forcing her into...
I think that you doing this is, like... It is not something that she had ever thought that she would want and that she had not even thought about.
Right.
But, like, I think that you doing that is, like, really trying to bring her around to this idea.
Isabel, I think that in these uncertain times...
The next few weeks,
there is a new responsibility, or maybe a responsibility that the government always had, but we've just forgotten. In the age of people like Tom Nook that can buy, this mayor or that election, I think we've forgotten that the foremost job of the government is to serve the people. And if there was such a person who could step up and put her paw on the ball, all I can say is, I'm with her.
You boys realize that we will be going up against Nook, right? Like, Because he's definitely going to be backing Tortimer.
Yeah, but if Tortimer's heart's not in it.
If there's ever a reason to run, I think that's it.
She like really takes this in for a moment and she says, I think you guys are right. Okay, I'm gonna run for mayor.
Yeah.
We have about 30 seconds to get back before the recess starts.
You guys take the 30 seconds and you go back over to the city council meeting.
Nookie Cookie, we're back.
Thank you.
I just want to keep you super well informed.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals of South Bend, may I introduce to you a candidate for mayor,
And I'm going to move out of where Pat's pointing to show
Isabel.
There are like some astonished gasps of like, Isabel, really? Oh, wow. Like you hear that? And then from the other side of the room, you hear, oh my God, that's so exciting. I'm going to run too, as Becky pops up.
I know Becky's doing her thing, and that's funny. Can I hype the people up about Isabel?
That's what I was going for.
I just want
absolutely.
Isabel, oh yeah! I want to become the life of the party, and just I want to throw this meeting that Tom Nook is clearly enforced us all to be at into utter chaos.
Yeah. I love it. No, I think that that Becky tried to hop in and be like, also me,
but mostly Isabel. Wah!
Go ahead and roll to fashion.
If there's any assistance I can provide, I don't know how.
It was a great intro.
It was a great intro. Roll 3.
Okay, that's 3 successes.
3 successes?
Yes, 3 threes actually.
Nice.
I'm gonna find some sick music for this.
So with that, as Becky tries to sort of like jack your steez a bit with like, hey, I'm here too, you shift it back to, but mostly Isabel, and there is like an audible applause of like, all right, we got a race. As that is happening, Tom Nook seethes.